Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do my September book haul and wrap up. So I read, let's see, how many did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4. I read 11 books in the month of September. Not too bad, but not great. Not too great either. But you guys know that I moved back in with my boyfriend this month and that I had a lot of stuff going on. I've been working a lot. We're about to get our fuel lead. She is about to leave to go to another store, so things are gonna be kind of getting a little crazy with the schedule and stuff due to that. She's about to go on vacation next week. I'm getting a lot of hours. I only have 2 days off next week. You know, these types of things. So that is part of the reason why all this stuff has been going on, and that's why I have not been reading as much as I would like to. But hopefully in the month of October I can read a lot more. Maybe. We'll see what happens because I might be working a lot. I don't know. And I can read at work sometimes. It just depends on how busy it is and factors like that, so we will see. But anyways, let's just get into the books. So first, I guess I'll start with my book haul. And one of the books I got this month was Broken Prince by Aaron Watt. This is also one of the books I've already read, which I read this month. And it was really, really good. This is the sequel to Paper Princess, and it was so good. And that ending, oh my god, I'm so upset about the ending. And I'm pretty sure I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, by the way. And I love this series, and I love these characters, and I just love it. It's so addictive. And for a little bit there, I was like, I kind of just want to put this down because I have literally, this entire year, been in the most insane fantasy mood ever. Like, basically all I want to read is fantasy. I don't want to do anything else but fantasy, just fantasy, fantasy, fantasy. So anytime I pick up something like this, which is kind of like a contemporary, I'm just kind of like, ugh, I'd so much rather be reading a fantasy right now. Even though when I did read the first one, I was like the first one I read in one sitting because I had that day off, and I started it at like noon and I finished it at like 6 that night. I was obsessed. And once I got into this, I was obsessed again, and it's so good, and I highly recommend this series. And what's awesome is that, the third one is coming out November, I think it's coming out in November, so you don't even have to wait that long to get the next book, which is amazing. Just A++ for that turnaround on the publishing of the books, just saying. And the writing of the books, obviously. Maybe they already had them all written, and so now they're just getting I don't know how it's working, but it's amazing, and yeah, it's great. The third one's going to be called Twisted Palace, and I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready for it. But until then, I'm going to be reading 50,000 fantasies. So, but yeah, so I did really enjoy this. One of the other books that I got this month, and I also have already read, is Empire of Storms by J Maas. And you guys, I had this pre-ordered for like forever. And this is it's so good. It was so good. Oh my god, I love this series so much, and I love these characters so much, and they're all my precious babies, and I loved it. It was so great, and and there's pirates. There's so much pirates, and like they're on a ship for so long, they're at sea, and that is all about my jam, and I already love these characters, and having them in a situation like that, it made me so happy, and it was just great. That ending, though, will literally destroy you. Like, I said so many times, I was like, I don't care who dies. I literally don't care who dies as long as Rowan and Aelin are safe. That's all I care about. Like, I was like, seriously, like, kill Dorian, kill Kel, kill whoever you fucking want, but do not touch Rowan and Aelin was basically what I was saying. And then, like, yeah, that's what I was saying. And thankfully, it all worked out, but just that ending, though, I thought that I would be okay, but, like, that ending was, like, I'm dying. And Sarah J Maas is probably over there just laughing it up because she knows we have to wait a freaking year, and she's just like, ha, 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 and I'm just like, oh my god, I hate you right now. She did say that we were totally gonna hate her after this book, though. Like, she called it on that one, you guys. Totally called it. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about Empire of Storms because I don't want to spoil it, so I'm gonna stop. But I think I am gonna do a review of this. I'll probably do a section that's spoiler free, and then I'll do one that's spoilery, because I really want to start doing reviews. It's so hard for me to figure out how in the world do you do spoiler free reviews. I don't get, like, I watched them, but I don't get how I could do it, like, because I don't see how I could talk about the book and what I liked and what I didn't like about it without talking about what happened in the book, you know? So, yeah. We'll see. If you guys have any tips, let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. Keep going on. And then another one of the books that I got this month, I have not read this one yet, is Frostlike Night by Sarah Rosh. This is the third and final book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And it's gonna be so good. Like, I read Snow Like Ashes and, I always get so confused about their names. Ice Like Fire. Yeah. I get the second one and this one's name mixed up all the time. It's sad. But yeah. Oh, and the cover, though, look at it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But anyways, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see what happens. I want to know. And, yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, though, because right now I'm reading a library book, and then when I finish the library book, it's 483 pages, BT dubs, that's what I was looking at. Once I finish the library book, then I have something out on the digital library I need to read, which is just a novella. It's the Maybe Not novella by Colleen Hoover, because Maybe Someday was, like, the best thing ever, so I need to read the novella while it's checked out to me, because it expires in 14 days. And then after that, I don't know what I'm going to read, honestly. Maybe it'll be this. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But I do really like this series, and I like the whole seasons and kingdoms, and I love the characters, and I'm just, I am here for it, and I am really ready for all the things. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're like, why is she not wearing makeup? She always wears makeup. That would be because I had work at 6 o'clock this morning, and at 6:45 this morning, and I woke up at 6:10, and I live 20 minutes away, so I had to leave at 6:20. So I'll let you imagine that morning how that went, trying to get food and all that stuff together to go to work. So that's why. Just saying. And I changed my shirt to my owl shirt because it's officially October, which is like one of my favorite months, and I'm already like, I really want to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's too early and I should not do that. But I'm like, I'm really tempted because I love The Nightmare Before Christmas, like, so much. Like, I watch it at Halloween and Christmas, but I kind of just want to watch it, like, right now, and then watch it at Halloween. Like, on Halloween, I already asked for that day off work. I'm gonna watch, like, all the Tim Burton films I can find. I own Corpse Bride and The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know any other ones, but I might be able to find them on like Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or something. So yeah, okay, back to books. Sorry, sidetracked. Another book that I got this month was Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. Oh, and by the way, this and Frost Like Night were all pre-orders, so just so you know. And also, before I forget, look at the little emblem. It's like their crowns. Ugh. Awesome. Oh, and this book has deckled edges. Yeah. It's so awesome. And everybody says like this cover's so buttery and good, and just like they're so right. It's gonna be so good. But you guys probably know already that this is a fantasy about 3 triplets, and every generation 3 triplets are born, and they have to fight to the death to become the queen. And they're all they all specialize in different things. One's like can control elements, one can control nature, one's really good with poisons, that kind of thing. And it just sounds really good. Like when everybody was talking about this in their BEA haul when they were getting all the arcs and stuff, I was just like, this sounds really amazing. I really want this book. And then I went and I pre-ordered it, and so now I have it, and I'm excited to read it. Again, I don't know when I'm going to get to it, because you guys know that I am a mood reader. So whatever I'm in the mood for, that's just what I pick up, and then I read it. So I'm not really sure yet, but we shall see. Another book that I got this month was The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. I got this, and the next few books I'm going to show you, and also Broken Prince from Amazon, because I had some Amazon credit, so I used it to get some books. And I own the second book of this. I've read the first one. I got it from the library, so I don't own it, but I read the first one, and it was really good. And I've listened to like 11 hours of the audiobook of the second one back when I was working at Hastings and I was doing Ghost Ship, which basically I was there like 3 hours before the store even opened working. So I would have my headphones in and I'd be listening to my audiobook while I was there. And so that's how I got so much of it read. So, but it's been a while since I listened to it. I feel like I remember everything, so I do own the physical copy now. I also got it with Amazon credit. I might just pick up where I left off in the audiobook and just read the rest of the physical book and then move on to The Beauty of Darkness. Or I might just reread The Heart of Betrayal, like completely reread the whole thing and then read this. I'm not sure yet, but I'll see what happens. But these covers are gorgeous, and I love this thing, and I really like what I've read so far of the series. Like I said, I've almost finished the second book on audiobook, and like it was blowing my mind, which is kind of why I want to reread the whole thing physical format, because it's my favorite way to read it. That way I can be really mind blown reading it for myself, because that's just the way I like to read. So, but we'll see. But I'm really excited to have this so that when I finish the second book, I can move on to the third, because everyone says that the second one has a really bad cliffhanger. So, yeah. Another book I got was The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. Everybody has been saying that this is amazing. Ben over at Benjamin of Tomes says that this is now his new favorite book of like all time, which means a lot because Ben has really good taste, and also because like he doesn't change. Like, I don't know, I just think that is great. But yeah, and not just him. I've seen a lot of other people talking about how amazing this book is and everything. But yeah, it's basically based in Russia, and it's fantasy, and there's enchanters, and it's just all that stuff, you know. I don't know too much about it, but it's blurred by Sarah Rosh. What'd she say? Utterly enchanting, the true wizardry is in the atmosphere. Skye crafts a Russia of magic and eloquence, depicting St. Petersburg in such a breathtaking way that you'll swear you're standing on the banks of the Neve and dancing through the halls of the Winter Palace. Wow, high praise. Slava Tahir also blurbed it. The Crown's Game is a captivating tale that deftly transport readers to a mysterious and fascinating fantasy world, one teeming with magic and fiery romance. Yeah, so it sounds really good. Let's look at the, oh, look at it naked. I haven't done that yet. Sorry. When I get hardcovers, that's the first thing I normally do, but I forgot to do it with this one, I guess. So that was a little bit of a surprise. But yeah, I'm excited to read this again. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I will tell you that this, like, when I'm laying in bed and I look over at my shelf, I just see this and I'm just like, I really want to read it. So this will probably happen this month. Honestly, a lot of these are probably going to happen this month because I'm really excited about them. But I don't want to say that and then it not be a thing. So that's why I've kind of been holding back. Now, the next book I talk about, I'm so excited. I got it this month and I also read it. And it is like I am scared to say that it might be even topping Fallen Kingdoms. Because as you all know, Harry Potter is #1 and will always be #1 in my opinion. Nothing in the entire world, I don't care what you say, you may change your mind one day. No. Harry Potter will always be my #1. And I will get into a whole video. I think it'll be, I have been wanting to do this, why Harry Potter is so important to me. But I will just tell you a little concise thing. And if you guys are interested in a video of me talking completely about why Harry Potter means so much to me, I will totally do that. Let me know below. But it's because Harry Potter literally saved my life. Like, I would not be here talking to you guys about these books right this minute if it was not for those books and for J.K. Rowling and for Harry Potter. I just would not be here. And so that just means the world to me. So nothing will ever beat Harry Potter. So there it is. But now, Fallen Kingdoms is my second favorite series of all times because it is just so good and amazing, and the characters are so rich, and the plot is so complex and interweaved, and everything is just so good. So for me to say that this book might be topping that is absolutely insane, but it might. I'm really not sure yet. But the book I'm talking about is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. And this book was just, oh my gosh. And I've been seeing people on BookTube complaining, saying that it was really hard to get into, and that even April from April Maximus, who I adore, like, dearly, every time a new video of hers goes up, I watch it immediately before anything else, and I'm just like, I love her. She's amazing. But she said she got a third of the way through and it still wasn't getting better because people had told her the more you get into it, the better it gets, which is true. But she said by the time she got to the third book, it still wasn't better, and she said it was too flowery. But now that's an opinion, you know, and I totally get that. For some people, this will definitely seem like it's trying too hard and something like that, but I thought it was so clever and amazing, and it's really just like a book that's being a smart ass. Like, that's what it is. This book is a smart ass, and it's so great. Basically, on every single page, there's footnotes that pertain to something said earlier, and they're just so funny. Like, there's this one where it's talking about our main protagonist, and talking about some of the stuff she did, like stealing or something, and it's like, in the footnotes, it's like, and no, she didn't leave a coin. No, she did not leave a coin. She was not a hero. She was not in any way to be, I wish I knew the page because I would read it straight from that, but, she was not to be conceived as, like, you know, that she could be redeemed or whatever. And it was basically like, sorry that there are no swelling violins or something like that. It's just so funny, and it's such a smart ass, and Yeah, I wish I could find a page with a really smart-ass one on it, because it's just good. So good. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I really loved this book, and I loved how different it was, because I have never seen a book do this, and I just can't believe how amazing it was, and I'm so excited for the next book, because it's going to be a trilogy, because it tells you, I'm going to read you this part. It tells you, or no, maybe I won't, but like, it tells you back here that it will be a tale of 3. Yeah, but after all, this tale is only one of 3. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. But, and this is actually a signed first edition. It's the US cover, because unfortunately that's where I live, but, so I don't get the pretty cover that is in the UK, which is gorgeous, but look at it. There is Mr. Kristoff's signature! But yeah, I'm also thinking about doing a review for this book, because I really just need to go in and like find all my favorite quotes and tell you guys what they are, and have a whole spoilerly discussion about why I love this book so much, and why it was so amazing, and why it just captivated me so much, and just all of the things, because honestly, this book is a true masterpiece. It is an absolute masterpiece, and everybody should read it. And if you're not enjoying it, like, go ahead and put it down if you really want to, but if you can find a way to push through, like, totally do it, because it's so good. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. But this was an amazing book, and I loved it so much, and it's great, so. Okay, I was trying to find more quotes, I'm sorry. So, let me see, what am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna talk about these ones, and then I'll talk about those. Oh, and obviously Nevernight was a 5 out of 5 stars, just saying. One of the next little things I read was Degrassi Extra Credit, The Next Generation by Jay Torres and Eric Kim. This is like volume 3, but it was the only one I could find on Book Outlet at the time, and I just read it because Degrassi is my everything. Like, I've been watching that show since I was like 11 years old, and I'm 20 now. So I've been watching it for a long, long time, and I saw this on Book Outlet one time, and I picked it up, and I've had it for a while now. Like, I think I got it in, like, one of my very first few Book Outlet orders, but I hadn't read it, but I wanted to read it, just because I was kind of bored, and I wanted something quick to just fill some time, so I read it, and it was not that good, honestly. Like, the art, I don't like it. I don't like how they did the art. I don't like how the people look in it. I just don't like the graphics of it. That, and then I also, like, if it had looked like that, maybe, but it doesn't. Like, the faces aren't that detailed in it. I don't know. I just don't like it. But, and also just the story in here weren't that good, and they weren't that Degrassi to me. Like, it was really mellow for to be about Degrassi, and I was just not into it. So yeah, and they even talked about JT, and I didn't even cry. And like, JT, like, how do you not cry when JT is talked about? But yeah, I didn't cry. So anyway, I just gave it like a 2.5 out of 5 stars, something like that, because, I mean, it was still good. It was, or not good, but it was okay. I mean, it was, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I expected being a Degrassi thing, so what can you do? Sorry, I'm gonna get a drink real fast. like I told you, I have been having allergy problems, and part of it is that my throat hurts from like drainage going down my throat. So talking for a long time just really irritates it. So I'm gonna try to wrap this video up quickly. We'll see how that works. One of the next books I read was Monster High Monster High Book 3, Where There's a Wolf, There's a Way by Lacey Harrison, who I love. This is a library book. It was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's mainly about Claudine and Cleo and and all of them, and just the fallout from what happened in book 2, which I'm not going to tell you what happened, but it just basically picks up from there, and it's all the fallout and all the different things they have to do, and basically them fighting for their freedom and their rights and just all that good stuff. And I really enjoyed it, and it was really good. So I'm excited to get book 4 from the library and read that, and then I can be like, I read it all. So yeah. I already talked about Broken Prince. Okay, and then I did end up taking part in the banned bookathon that ran from, I think, the 25th until today, October 1st. And I managed to read 3... Whoa! Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I managed to read 3 books for it. Oh, one more thing. I did read this, The Perfectionist by Sarah Shepard. I forgot to talk about this earlier. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. It was pretty good. I'm reading the sequel right now because I gotta go back to the library in a couple days. So, yeah. Okay. Back to the banned bookathon. The first book I read, I adored with everything in my heart. Like, it was so good. I got it from the digital library. And it was Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan, which I talk about this more in my vlogs I did for the banned bookathon, which I will be uploading here pretty soon. So you guys can check those out, and you'll be able to see me talking about it. But I loved the writing style of it. I loved all the characters. I loved all the diversity in it, because it's not just about the 2 boys, it's also about these other characters in it, and one of them is transgendered, and it's just about a whole group of different characters, and I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I wish I had read it back when I was in high school and going through a lot of stuff like that, and just, yeah. The next one I read was 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I've been reading this for like 6 months or a year or something like that, and I only had like 180 pages left when I picked this up for the banned bookathon. But I figured, since this is one of the most I guess highly known banned books around, I decided I should go ahead and make it a priority to finish it for the banned bookathon. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that good. The writing sucks. Kinda. I feel bad saying that, because I don't ever want to tell another writer that the writing sucks, because I know how bad it feels to hear somebody say that. The writing style just wasn't very mature, is what I'm gonna say. But here's the thing. I think that the story in this is actually really good, and it would be really interesting if there was just a way that E.L. James could have told it in a different way and maybe clarified some things rather than leaving it this way. Honestly, I kind of want to read it in its original state when it was just Twilight fan fiction, because honestly I think I would enjoy that so much more, because just me and fan fiction get along so well. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, I did give it 3 out of 5 stars, so it's not like it was terrible. Again, the story interests me highly, and the only reason why I would continue on is just I want to know what happens. but I might just read recaptions and find out what happens that way. So, but we'll see. But yeah, so. And then the last book I read for the month of September and the banned bookathon is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. This is the second book in the Vampire Academy series, which the entire series has been challenged or banned, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I just love how it's written. It's written in this way where it's just so easy to read, and it's so addictive. Like, it is so addictive, and you can get through it really, really fast, and the characters are just really great. I love Rose to pieces, and I love this book, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. I have the third and the fourth book, but I don't have the fifth or the sixth, so I need to remedy that here pretty soon. I might be going to Hastings because they are closing soon, and hopefully they still have maybe some copies of the fifth and sixth. We'll see. I'm wrapping it up. This is my last one because I'm feeling bad now. But yeah, really good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm excited to continue on and see what happens. Just, it's so good. Okay, that was it for my September book haul and wrap up. I'm sorry this video was so ridiculously long and that I was coughing, but again, I told you I have not been feeling well, but hopefully that changes. Anyway, I'm gonna go so I can take some medicine and put these books back up, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!